Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel. The Miami Heat, they tied it up. I did not think that was gonna happen. I thought the Denver Nuggets were gonna win games 1 and game 2, going into Miami with a 2-0 lead. I thought that they were gonna probably steal one on the road, and then they were gonna win like 5 or 6 games. That's what I thought was gonna happen. But the Miami Heat, they stole one, and they stole one early. And this goes to the title of the video. Do not count out the Miami Heat, man. Learn from me. I counted them out 3 other times before this, and they punched me in the mouth every single time. So now I'm sitting here basically saying that I counted the Miami Heat out once again, and I'm done doing that, bro. I'm done doing that. Duncan Robinson out of the gate had 10 points in the 4th quarter alone, and he was the sole reason, in my personal opinion, why they came back. When Jimmy Butler was sitting on the bench, Duncan Robinson was in the game. I believe Gabe Vincent was in the game as well. Bam Adebayo, I believe, and they ended up sparking a run. And it was an amazing run. This whole entire game was just a battle of runs, because at the beginning of the game, they started out and they punched the Nuggets in the mouth. The Nuggets, they came back with those non-Jokic minutes, which we're going to talk about in a second when we talk about the Denver Nuggets. They were up by double digits, and the Miami Heat came back. And then the Nuggets went back up by double digits, and then the Miami Heat came back again, and they ultimately won this game 111 to 108. This is what I'm saying with this team. You never ever count them out, man. When they're down, you gotta expect them to come back, because all 48 minutes they're going to be fighting, they're going to be scrapping, and they're going to be clawing, because at the end of the day, the only thing they want is a win. And I really do feel that nobody else wanted it more than the Miami Heat supporting cast. They wanted to win this game badly. Duncan Robinson comes off the bench, as I said before. He gives you 10 straight points in the 4th quarter, sparking that run that the Miami Heat went on. Gabe Vincent, he had himself a game. He was the leading scorer last night. He had 23 points. He hit 4 threes. Max Strus in the 1st quarter had 12 points. He shot 4 for 7. This is what I mean. When they are making their threes, this team is hard to beat. They are hard to beat because they will continue to shoot, and they will continue to make it. And this is what I mean by the Miami Heat's shooters, or they're not going to slow down. No matter how much we want to say that they're an 8th seed, or they were in the play-in, or how bad they shot in the regular season, this is the playoffs, bro. This is the NBA Finals. At this point, they've been playing basketball for like a good 7 to 8 weeks now, and they're still shooting the way that they're shooting. So at this point, I expect that from them. We saw them come out in game 1. They didn't really shoot the ball well. They actually shot better than Denver, believe it or not. However, they shot way better than what they shot in game 1 this game, and it resulted in a win. And this is the thing. We've seen the Miami Heat supporting cast be able to carry a game by themselves in the playoffs. We saw it happen in game 3. I was there. It was demoralizing. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt. And they did that last night. They realized that Jimmy Butler wasn't really getting his shots off. He wasn't really playing like Jimmy Butler. He had a subpar game last night. I see a lot of people basically saying, oh, Jimmy Butler, he didn't really have that bad of a game. Me personally, I don't think that he had a good game. I don't think that he did. I feel like the defense was okay. Lazy at times. I will say that, because there are some times when Jimmy Butler was, kind of like going through the motions, not really trying his hardest on defense. And I can't understand, because he does have that bad ankle. However, there were times where he just wasn't even closing out on Jamal Murray, and he would get a bucket. In the first half, he was really good when guarding Jamal Murray, because he can finally guard Jamal Murray now that Kevin Love is in the starting lineup. And he wasn't doing that bad of a job on Jamal Murray. I mean, he was limiting the shots that Jamal Murray was getting. However, that offensive side with Jimmy Butler, man, we got to talk about it, because like I said on this channel numerous of times, I believe playoff Jimmy is a real thing. We've seen it in the first round. We saw it years prior. But this year, we're not seeing it. We saw one of his best games of his whole entire career against Giannis in the first round, and after that we haven't seen shit. We really haven't. Ever since, I believe game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals, we have not seen Jimmy Butler at all. He's been bad every single game. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, bad. Games 1 and game 2, subpar. He has not been good. And it's like, I don't want to make an excuse and be like, oh, his ankle's bothering him. There actually was something that came out today that said Jimmy Butler's father isn't doing so well. I believe that this has been happening for a couple weeks. I don't really know how long it's been happening. So if I'm wrong, bear with me. But at the end of the day, Jimmy Butler did go on that podium, and he did say that there are no excuses. The press doesn't care, the media doesn't care, so why should he? Those were the words of Jimmy Butler. So I am gonna still hold him to a top 10 player standard, and we're gonna go from there. Enough talk about Jimmy Butler. I want to talk about Bam Adebayo for a second, because what he gave us in game 2 is exactly what I want to see from him every single time. There's not much more that you can ask from Bam Adebayo. I mean, he gave you 21, 9 and about 2 blocks on really good efficiency. However, the one concern that I have with Bam is the amount of jump shots that he's taking. Granted, they are falling, so kudos to him. However, when they don't fall, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you do see Bam Adebayo stay aggressive, but his shot doesn't fall at the end of the day. What is he gonna be able to do? Me personally, I would like to see him get downhill more, attack Jokic way more. And the reason why I say that is because Denver will live with Bam Adebayo taking those jumpers. They'll live with that all day, every day. However, if he actually starts attacking Jokic, getting downhill at ease, now we have a problem, and that is going to force the Denver Nuggets to make an adjustment. I don't know what adjustment, but that'll force them to make an adjustment moving forward with the series. Another thing that I do want to give Miami Heat credit for is their zone defense. I did say that they weren't going to be going to the zone as much, and I do still stand with that. And the reason why they actually went more zone in this game 2, is because they just weren't making shots. The Denver Nuggets, they weren't making shots at all, and we're going to talk about that right now, actually. But anyway, shout out to the Miami Heat. They played amazing defense. Shout out to their shooters, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, everyone else who was making threes for the Miami Heat. Shout out to y'all. However, there were some people on the Denver Nuggets who were not making shots at all. Michael Porter Jr., Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, where are y'all? Where did y'all go? I don't know where they went. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, KCP, the man was basically playing for the other fucking team. The man was a double agent at his finest last night, man, because he was having so many unnecessary fouls, so many unnecessary shots that he was missing. He was absolutely garbage. He was so bad. Michael Porter Jr. was bad as well, because I've seen the man go out there and just take the most ill-advised threes. They're contested as hell, no pass at all, not trying to get into the lane. The man was just taking horrible shots, and this is literally a staple for this man, Michael Porter Jr. He loves taking contested threes, and they're just really bad shots. There's terrible shots. Oh my God, it's really bad. It looks really bad, man. I'm not gonna lie. And it's like, you see Michael Porter Jr. go 1 for 6. You see Kentavious Caldwell-Pope go 1 for 3. You see Bruce Brown come out and stink up the joint. He also went 1 for 3. And then you look at Jokic and you're realizing, like, damn, it's pretty apparent why Nikola Jokic went out there and he gave you 41 points and grabbed 11 rebounds, because nobody else was doing anything from the perimeter. He had to score. I saw the man. He was out there. He was trying to get assists. He was trying to get his guys involved as much as he could. He wants to go out there and pass the basketball, but he can't if his guys aren't getting open, if his guys aren't making their shots. He's got to take over the game at that point. And there was one point where Nikola Jokic was running dribble handoff actions with Jamal Murray, and he got the ball right back, gave it to Jamal Murray, another dribble handoff. Jamal Murray gave it right back. He's like, all right, bro, give me the fucking ball. Popped the midi and made a bucket, because nobody else can do anything on the basketball court when it comes to scoring at that point in the game. But another thing that I want to talk about is the Denver Nuggets defense. And I really think that this is like something that they can easily clean up. But the Denver Nuggets defense was absolutely atrocious in this game. I really do think that they were bad, because there were times where they couldn't hold on to the lead. I mean, they had, like I said at the beginning of the video, they had 2 double-digit leads in this game at one point, and they let the Miami Heat come back twice. That should not be happening at all. I was watching their non-Jokic minutes, and on offense, they were amazing. They were great. They sparked a run. I was like, damn, if the non-Jokic minutes are looking like this, the Denver Nuggets might as well go ahead and sweep them. And they still couldn't hold on to that lead. It was nasty work from their defense, man. The communication was horrible. There were times where I was watching Christian Brown get absolutely torched on defense, like damn near like 4 or 5 possessions in a row. It was nasty. It was disgusting. And speaking of Christian Brown and those non-Jokic minutes, he was amazing in that time. I can give him that. He had like 3 steals off the rip. He was really good in that regard. However, on defense, man, he looked lost out there. He looked really lost. And I was damn near close to saying, damn, I kind of want to see more Christian Brown this series. But if he's going to be playing like this defensively, I don't think I want to see that much. And speaking of not want to see that much, completely not about the Denver Nuggets. But the Miami Heat, Cody Zeller needs to be getting 0 minutes. I'm so serious on that. He is fucking horrible. I don't know how else to put it, man. I'm gonna be honest. He's been bad, bro. I really am intrigued to see what the Denver Nuggets can do against that zone defense that the Miami Heat are throwing at them. Getting Jokic more involved when it comes to passing the basketball. I really want to see what they can do. I think the X factor going into this next game is Michael Porter Jr. for the Denver Nuggets to actually get a win, because he's going to need to shoot the ball good. He's going to need to have a good game. He's due for one at this point, man. If he doesn't show up, I don't know what to think, man. Maybe the lights are too bright. But that's all I got for y'all today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I was kind of rambling on this video, so if this is kind of unstructured and it's kind of all over the place, it's probably why. I don't really have that many notes. But that's all I got for y'all today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. And I'm out. Peace.